I'm thinking in real time, just as I go, about the orgasm. And I'm not sure why I'm thinking about this really, but it's crossed my mind for some reason. And I'm thinking a few things, I suppose. One thing I'm thinking is that I've worked very hard in my life over the years in many different ways to achieve the orgasm. I've worked hard and I've made efforts, big efforts, I would say, and it has been important to me to achieve the orgasm. My thoughts towards it have changed now, and I'm fairly sure that I won't try to achieve orgasm again in life, either in private or with a woman. I can't be 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain that I'm just not inclined to work to achieve orgasm now. It's not something that I'm concerned about anymore. I don't need to achieve orgasm as I have formerly in my life up to now. I think orgasm is nice, obviously, but it's not nice enough for me to work for it as I have in the past. It is not as great a feeling as it once was to me. I'm just not concerned enough by it anymore. The pursuit of orgasm has meant I've had two children. I've used a lot of condoms and tissues and done a lot of laundry and showering and baths. Basically, a lot of mess because of the pursuit of orgasm. So when I think about it now, as I say, I'm not so concerned about achieving orgasm anymore. It's not something that I'm concerned about at all, really, pretty much. I do think that orgasm has caused me to lose control of my life and dominate my behavior. So much of my behavior over the years. I'm surprised when I think about it now because I would have thought I was more controlled in my behavior. But I do realize now that much of my life has revolved around the pursuit of orgasm. And I suppose I'm disappointed in myself that I have allowed this desire to control my behavior so much. And I suppose it's interesting how the pursuit of a nice feeling of pleasure it's surprising that it can be so influential and dominate my behavior in so many ways. So it is interesting how orgasm has been so influential in my life. When I think about it now, I suppose I am disappointed in myself that I've allowed the pursuit of a pleasure to be so influential in my life. Now, I've had two children, and I know that I wanted to have two children. So it's not as if the pursuit of orgasm has incidentally led to children. But it is a fact that pursuing orgasm has meant I've had two children. I'm glad to say that I wanted to have two children, so that isn't an issue. But it's also true that I could have had two children when I didn't want to have two children because I wanted to achieve orgasm. So I do think it's an issue for many people, and I think that many men have had children when they didn't intend to have children, but children came as a result of orgasm. So I do think that many men have become fathers unintentionally. And I do think it is very interesting how an intense feeling, a very intense pleasure, can be so dominant in a man's life and control his behavior so much. So I think about the effort I've made to achieve orgasm over many years in so many ways. And it is interesting, and I suppose I am not happy with myself that I've made the pursuit of orgasm and the pleasure of orgasm. I'm not happy I've allowed it to dominate my behavior so much. I am glad to say that I'm happy to have had two children, and I wanted to have two children. But I have to ask myself, as I say, I'm asking in real time, would I have wanted to have two children without the pleasure of orgasm? If I had had two children without orgasm being involved, is that what I would have wanted? In other words, would I have had two children without the pleasure of orgasm? And as I said, I'm thinking real time about this, and I simply, I'm not sure at the moment. Um, if I had had two children without orgasm being involved, is that what would have happened? Would I have had two children without orgasm being involved? Um, well, I don't know. I've got a lot of thinking to do on it. But at this moment, I can't say for sure that I would have had two children if I hadn't been trying to achieve orgasm as part of the process. If having my children had not involved orgasm, is having two children something I definitely would have done. As I say, in real time thinking about this, I don't know at the moment if I definitely would have had two children regardless of orgasm. Um, I am wondering why nature has made orgasm part of the child creation process. I'm thinking that nature must have done so to ensure that children were born in a certain quantity. I am wondering how many children would be produced if orgasm wasn't part of the issue at all. If having children did not involve orgasm, what would the child creation rate be? It is interesting to wonder how many children would be born if orgasm was not part of the issue. I do think that many children are created unintentionally and incidentally because of the pursuit of orgasm. At this moment, I don't think I will try to achieve orgasm again in life with a woman or privately. I'm simply not concerned enough, I believe, to work to achieve orgasm. The pleasure of orgasm has achieved less interest from me. I suppose I'm just not concerned enough about orgasm for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why. I suppose I'm thinking of the control orgasm has had over my behaviour over the years and the issues it has caused, and the fact, I suppose, that I don't have enough control of my behaviour, or I have had not, I've not had control of my behaviour up to now. But I do think I won't try to achieve orgasm again. Earlier, I was considering privately working towards achieving orgasm, but I decided not to because I suppose I didn't want the hassle of cleaning up afterwards. and I decided to not climax. Um, I am fairly certain right now, as I speak, that I won't try to achieve orgasm again. I think the importance of it has reduced in my mind, and I just don't care enough, I suppose, to try and orgasm. Just don't care enough anymore. And I am not happy with myself because I've allowed the pursuit of orgasm to control my behavior so much over the years in so many ways. It has been the main thing in life, basically. And it is disappointing when I think about it. I'm surprised at myself, I suppose. So I'm thinking orgasm has been what life has been about in so many ways. And I'm asking myself now, was it the right thing to be doing with my life? I'm thinking about my situation now where I have tried suicide, I believe. I can't be certain, but I'm fairly certain that that's why I'm here in supported living accommodation. And I have to think that orgasm has been the reason was caused this to happen. And now think that orgasm is not as big a deal as I've seen in the past. And it is disappointing to me that I have allowed the pursuit of orgasm to control my behavior so much in life over so many years. I suppose I can't explain to myself why this has happened. So I will think some more. I'm just surprised to myself.